Hello. So I was going to take this out of the package, but I just wanted to show you how it came packaged. Because, okay, I kind of had to rep a little bit for the metaphysical shop that is the closest to me. I haven't been there in years, but I remember when I lived like almost 2 hours away. The last time I was there was like 13, 14, maybe 15. My mom took me. And it was so cool. And of course I was broke. I got a few things. I don't even remember what I got. But so now that I live a little bit closer, I still haven't been there. But and with the, global thing going on and everything, I'm like, well, and I'm lazy and it's cold. So, but anyway, I'm trying to keep my address and everything right here. I don't know if you can see that, but everything came packaged really nice, and it smells so good. It's so nostalgic because it smells the exact same when I went there like 15 years ago. I can't put my hand on my nose, something. I can't figure out exactly what that smell is. So it's Magical Omaha, and this is the only place you can purchase this deck from, which I think is so cool. I mean, my name's not a big deal, but so this is what they sent. Just super nice in this little oh, that's so pretty. I love that. I saw someone else overseas kind of talk about what they got, and they send the same thing. I don't know if that's what they send with every order, but that is so cute. It's just a little metaphysical shop in Omaha, Nebraska. I got the book too. Oh my. So there's that. This came packaged really well. So there's the book. Here's this. And even more plastic. So if I haven't mentioned it already, if you just want to get straight to the cards, there'll be a timestamp down below if you haven't seen that, because I'm just going to ramble just a little bit. So when I first got my Thoth deck, which that's how I pronounce it, I know everyone kind of pronounces it different way. Probably should pronounce it the way that the very educated people pronounce it, but it's so hard after I've already been saying it a certain way. But my first introduction to Lon Milo Duquette was when I got his Understanding Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot. And as you can tell, I've really bookmarked stuff, and I really want to read it. Oh, awesome, right there. I really want to read it again. And then I had found that he came out with his own deck. Maybe I should talk about a little bit more of who Lon Milo Duquette is, and I'm really drawing a blank. This book, so this book came out in 2003. This deck was out for, I think, 15 years before it went out of print, and then he was able to get it printed through the metaphysical shop, so it's published by Next Millennium, if I remember. I'm really tired today, so I'm going to be forgetting what I'm even talking about. So this kind of talks about who Lon Milo Duquette is a best-selling author and lecturer on magic, tarot, and the Western mystery traditions. Among his many books are My Life with the Spirits and The Magic of Aleister Crowley. He's currently the U.S. Deputy Grand Master of the Ordo Templi Orientis. He lives in Costa Mesa, California, with his wife, Constance, she's the one who colored the cards in, and he gave her specific colors, the Golden Dawn colors, I believe. And I've been watching, somebody re-uploaded his Facebook lives onto YouTube, and they said they're not going to monetize them. It's just for a broader audience. And I'll link that down below, and I'll probably put it across the screen or something, because there's like 23 something videos of him reading this book and going through the cards, which is great. And that's when he was talking about his wife coloring these in and said, oh, she got some praying watercolors. which praying watercolors are like, I don't know, bottom of the barrel. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. It's just so, it's actually extraordinary to, in my opinion, to have created like a full concept piece of art and usable arts out of something simple. It just goes to show you really don't need all the bells and whistles when you're trying to accomplish something. So anyway, I know I'm probably overly rambling. The coffee has not kicked in yet. I really recommend this book. I haven't read any other books on the Thoth Tarot, but for this, you know, this is always recommended. It's really informative. It talks about every card, and then in the back he'll talk about like the divinatory meeting and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of good stuff. So this is the book that goes along with the deck that he created. He illustrated and obviously wrote the book. And I have not dug into this. I've watched maybe 6 videos of him reading through and going through the cards and kind of talking about them. So yeah, we'll get into the cards and I will talk more about the book afterward. So, oh, and also, if you like my nails, you can get them from my shop on Etsy, link down below. I just use glue tabs, but I'll probably actually glue them on after this because I thought I was just going to put them on for a little bit, but I really love these. So, anyway, okay, we will get into the cards. Shake them out. So, you got your little white book. These are the backs. They got plastic. So here's what the little card says, if you want to read it. Pictorial synthesis of the 3 Great Pillars of Magic by Lon Milo Duquette. Key that unlocks the secrets of all tarot decks. So that's why, like it says, it is not our intention to lure you away from any tarot deck you may currently fancy, but to help you understand the incalculable power and significance of whatever deck you may be using. Which is what I find great about this concept. It's just that deeper knowledge. Because I know there's been quite a few decks that have come out that have like the astrological associations, symbolic associations, the true life, you know, to kind of make learning the deeper meanings of the system a little bit more usable. So like in a reading and stuff. I guess we can talk about the cardstock. It's everyone's favorite. Oh no, it's fine. It's not bad. I'm not a bit, I don't really care too much about stuff like that. I just want my cards to last, so this feels fine. Move it down a little bit more. Let's see if I can't fix that glare. I should have like a different light coming. So they are kind of glossy. I'd say it's more of like a satin type finish. So maybe I'll tilt them up a little bit or something. No, I like them sitting down. There's the Fool. So before I go, before I go through all of them, the first thing I will say is I don't like the copyright. I'm not exactly sure about this green border, which is a bummer because I thought maybe I could trim them, but I really don't want to get into the back. And I'm going to read, that's why I was watching some of the videos. I thought maybe he'd have a reason for the green border. Could just be like the Golden Dawn colors that he was talking about. Or the more traditional color palette he was going for. I'm not sure, but it's not a big deal. And he also said that he was going to just make cards with the symbology, but then thought it would be a little bit easier. I think, if I remember correctly, thought it would be good to also include the more traditional image. So we'll get to these. So kind of a less reserved High Priestess there. I'll move this back up just a little bit. Oh, and there's Nudity. Yeah, we already went through Nudity, but... So, and that looks like him. Some of the other reviews, there's been like a mixed feeling about the artwork. I'm a little bit of an art snob in a sense, but I will say, like, considering he's not like renowned for his artwork, the line work for the anatomy is pretty good. Anatomy drawing and like the outlines is can be fairly difficult. And to be honest, the artwork is not the biggest reason I wanted this deck. I really want the book. I want to learn more about the symbolism. From all the times I've seen Lon talk on video and teach and discuss a lot of these ideas and everything, I really enjoy his content. I think he's got like a whole database of dad jokes, so it makes the discussion a little more refreshing and fun to listen to. But he's been teaching for a very long time, and it sounds so, I mean, you know, I think he's well-rounded in that area. So he's also got some I Ching in there, I Ching. And I think, yeah, those are the deacons. And of course, some of these are a little more pippish. So it seems you've got a couple different artistic styles there. So some Rider-Waite influences, and then some of his own. Maybe some Thoth influence, obviously. I'm really excited for the book. Like I said, after this, we will look through the book a little bit because it's pretty beefy, and I'm sure some of the concepts will go over my head a little bit. Some martini glasses. So there's still a little bit of fun in this deck too. So I am noticing like some of the cards are all out of order. And maybe there's a reason for that, but I'll probably go through and make sure I have all of them, I'm sure. So I didn't, there's a few walkthroughs, and I'll be honest, maybe I didn't watch them very intently because I knew I was going to purchase this, so I kind of wanted to have some more of my first impression. And then I also wanted to go watch Lon discuss everything, because some of the people that purchased this, I don't think they got the book. I do think there's a channel that is local or, you know, close to where the shop is. I'll put the name somewhere because they have kind of a cool channel. So the little, because yeah, I would recommend getting the book with something like this. So if you want to read through some of that, you got the 22 trumps, 3 mother letters, left mem shin, 7 double letters. So he does, especially in the videos that are available, he talks more about the Hebrew letters that are associated with the cards. Elements and planets, zodiac signs, your suits, Enochian attributions. That's not something I was too interested in, although I think that those are on the card, but I'm sure once I get to reading, I'll be more interested. Here's an example. That's over my head right at the moment. Talks about the I Ching hexagrams, the 4 aces, the roots of their respective elements, not the manifested elements themselves, but the spirit and the seeds of the elements. They are above and quite apart from the other small cards, and with the princesses, each rule a quadrant above the North Pole instead of degrees of the zodiac. So I'll read more into that. 36 small cards. That's quite a bit of extra information. Oh, you get your copy of the Tree of Life. Oh, and it tells you some of the cards that are there. Some angels. Oh my goodness. So after all of that bit of information, then he goes into the general divinatory interpretation of the majors and the minors. So that's actually a pretty decent little white book. So, I mean, I guess because it is a little pricey if you buy the whole set, but I mean, it's a deck and kind of an area of study. So, but I think you probably could get away with the little white book, and you can watch the videos if you absolutely cannot get the book on top of it. You don't have to get any of this. This is all mine. But just sharing, because I don't feel like there's well, and this deck has been around for a very long time, so I just don't feel like there's a lot of current excitement over it. So we'll get a little bit into the book. You can purchase the book on Amazon also, and it may even be cheaper. I don't know. So we have content. You're presumably reading this book because you have an interest in tarot. maybe. I'm not sure if it's for me. I want to show a lot of the book, but why another deck? I ask myself that all the time. Oh yeah, so in those videos, he goes over all of this, and it's really interesting. I will read this. The traditional version of the Wheel of Fortune card displays 4 letters, T-A-R-O, placed upon the rim of a great wheel. As the wheel turns, we read the letters in a variety of orders and permeations, including Otar, to purify oneself, Rota, the wheel, Erot, vigilance, Torah, the law, Orat, Troa, gate, At, or, thou art, or Ratat, vibration. Of course, you can also read it tarot. I don't know. His take on that was very interesting. So we can, let's see, we'll do the Hermit maybe, because I love that card. First, I want to find it in here. It's a very interesting card. I don't know why I went to find it, and I'm just going to put the book over it. But you do get a black and white image of the card, and it's pretty decent sized. So it shows you the path on the tree of life. You get the divinatory meeting in spiritual matters, in matters of the heart, in intellectual matters, in material matters, Hebrew letter, the numerical value, English equivalent, meaning. The colors, which I think he incorporated, that's what I was saying about when his wife, Constance, colored these in. She had specific colors. So you got yellowish green, slate gray, green gray, and plum. He did say some of the colors didn't print how he would have liked on a few of the cards. This seems pretty accurate. Path of the Sefer Yetzirah, intelligence of will. So traditional image wrapped in a cloak and cowl, an ancient walketh bearing a lamp and staff. Mercurial genii. So it's probably talking about these symbols down here. He's got, I think, a little poem or something, Crowley's mnemonic, sure, which is, I think, well, the resources are located in the back, but like when in the Book of Thoth, Crowley had like a little poem or something for every card, so he'll list that too. So yeah, these are the little symbols. Oh, of course you got your planet and ruler. And that's what's there for that. The intro has quite a bit of information. Of course, you've got your tree. And yeah, so that's kind of the little bit of information you get for the majors, and then he kind of explains a little bit more about some of the attributes prior to getting to their section. You have a section on the court cards. So he goes into all 16 court cards, and then the 36 small cards, and it's got zodiacal attributions. So you get the whole wheel. That one is a wheel. Has a section, the 72 spirits of Goetia. The Enochian square from the Grand Cross of the Elemental Tablets. And let's see, we'll just pick one card to go over. I don't know if I should find it. Oh, you know what? Let's go over Where is it at? We'll go over the Two of Cups. Love, Venus and Cancer. And you've got all this symbolism there. Ice cream looks good. Oh, is that strawberry ice cream? Oh no. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's not my preferred. So we've got, so these are the minors. Color gray, general divinatory meeting. Angels of that. Day spirit of Goetia. It's got that. Night spirit of Goetia. Enochian attribute from Grand Cross of the Elemental Tablet. See, aces. Oh, I think it might have something to do with that, possibly. So, and that is what's there for the minors. I'm very interested in all of that. Oh, in Venus and Cancer, it's Chokma to Bria, or Hukma. I think it's Hukma. So, and it doesn't give you the little, like it does on the major, showing you the actual path. But I mean, you know, you can, you know, make your own little tree of life, which I kind of want to do. Just kind of draw and paint my own. So chapter 6 is Tarot Divination. And talks about, you know, gives you like the Celtic cross. Ooh, some astrological information of the court cards. So it, even though it seems like there is kind of like a minimal amount of information once you actually look the card up, there's a lot of resources included around the dedicated page. So you got the small cards, zodiacal significators and the small cards, the court cards. Rituals of the pentagram and hexagram. Very interesting. This is the appendix. Very interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into this book. I really recommend Lon Milo Duquette's books and this deck. I don't know, I haven't used the deck, so maybe I'll do like an update on how I like it, if I learned anything new, especially if you missed out on the Spirit Keepers Tarot with Benabel Wen. Like if you want a deck that has a bunch of correspondences, there's a ton of decks that do, but this is also one that did go out of print at one point, so I definitely wanted it. I'm kind of getting used to the green. I'm not minding that so much. So yeah, I do recommend books by Lon Milo Duquette. I will link all those videos. I think he's hilarious. And he also has a few books like the Chicken Kabbalah. I haven't read that or got that, but I might. I've got too many books to read. I'm probably not even going to get through with this until like next week or a couple weeks from now. So yeah, I guess that's it. Hopefully I covered everything. The coffee still hasn't kicked in. I might have to get another cup. So I'll have everything linked down below. So I guess thanks for watching and take care.